Hey, Nancy. Hey, Jack. I do. Get, Garrett, you want to push on the thing there? Okay.
Hello? Hi, Nancy. Hey, Jack, what's going on? Awesome, awesome. How y'all doing today? Bragger, bragger, bragger. What state are you in, Nancy? It's probably a little. Oh my God. What's the weather like there today? God, it has. Wonderful. Well, it's a nice day here. Kind of windy, but it's about in the 60s. But it's still kind of windy.
I think it's probably 54.
Yeah, we're here in Nashville, right here on Music Row, and yeah, it's about 54. It's kind of brisk out there, but it's nice.
No, we're supposed to Wednesday. We're supposed to get some snow. But we haven't got snow all year. They just threaten us, so we'll stay in.
We have another threat. Yeah. Yes, we've talked. We have, and we've talked an awful lot through the weekend. And I'm just tell you straight up. I manage Garrett Walker, Nancy. Jack. I don't have money behind Jack, but I mean money behind Garrett. But I have other labels that have presented to me that they were interested in Garrett. Jack, I've known you for a while, and I wanted to really work with you, and I think that we could really make it. And I don't know why Nancy couldn't be involved also. She's a promoter, and she's, involved with other areas that, at least that's what I understand. But, that would be like jerking Garrett out from under my feet and saying, good job, Joe, farewell. That's just what I thought of. And it's kind of really rude to me because I'm a manager, and I have 5 acts signed and been successful with all of them. I have a record as a plugger and a publisher. I've been on Music Row since '92, so I've got success all the way around, and but that's just the way I feel about it. And I've known Garrett. I know what he likes. I know how to treat him. I know how to push him. I know how far to push him and how not to push him, because he and I have been together for a while. And there's money behind Garrett. He's awesome. So, I would like to work with you, Jack, and I'd also like to work with you, Nancy. I think Garrett feels the same way. But in the same token, we need to meet somewhere in the middle, if we can. That's just, if we can't, then, I'm just sorry, but it's a great opportunity. And God gives us these opportunities, Jack, you know that. And if we don't jump on them, yeah. Well, I don't know. The other label that I'm talking to, they said they would not take Garrett away from me, and that they would work with me to get promotion behind him and also money behind him. And that they had never heard of a label asking. Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking. That's the thing that I'm thinking. I don't want Garrett thinking that that I'm just backing it up and allowing anything to happen for his career that I'm not involved with. Here's my thoughts on it. It has taken me so long. It used to be when I first got here, I fell for anything and I signed with you, and there's a grace period to where you can get out of it. And I learned the hard way, because I'm a very trusting person, and I am so hungry that I'll just, I'm jumping anything. But I really learned the hard way
But my God, you really got it. So it took me about a year and a half to 2 years to finally trust Joe enough to go ahead and sign with her. And we have, we're really good friends, but mainly the business side of her, everybody knows in this town she is brutally honest, and she just tells it the way it is, and she knows she's got an open door to just about every labor. I mean, everybody, I've never heard one bad word about her. And for me to just change my ways and go ahead and sign with someone, number one, I've never met. Number two, I don't know the track record. You know, it's like my ex-manager told me, he goes, why did you move to Nashville? Well, to get a record deal. He goes, so why are you leaving Nashville to get one? Well, or why are you, so I can't imagine me ever just going ahead and agreeing to, be with somebody I've never met, I don't know anything about. You know, I am one that researches everything. You're easily researchable. The investor, yourself, Nancy, I don't know nothing. I've never met you. And for me just to go ahead and take this, all these years I've known Joe and her reputation that is stellar, and just go ahead and say, and throw that into the wind and just say, for me just to say, well, I'm gonna throw away all my standards that I've learned the hard way. I mean, I have really been screwed over. I've had so many people want to sign me for self-serving reasons, and I did it. And then I was able to get out of it after I saw, and I finally signed with somebody that I got comfortable, that I knew about, that is here, not only here in Nashville, but is one of the good ones on Music Row. And she's very well respected. And so therefore, why would I she's brought me this far, and now I'm just gonna say, okay, be on your way. Yeah, I mean, that's,
What did you say? What I said no, I wouldn't do what as a manager? No, I told you I was a manager and a publisher, and you told, yeah. I'm sorry, you asked me, I said, I told you when we talked Saturday, I said, I'm Garrett's manager, and you told me your place at that point, what you wanted, and that, and then Jack spoke up and said, well, Joe, you do have publishing. And, well, right. Oh, I didn't say no, I just listened to you. I never said no. Yeah, I didn't say no. But that's neither here nor there. The point being is that we don't know you. We have never met you. I have never looked in Jack Gale's eyes. I have pitched him songs. Well,
really,
part of making, excuse me, I don't know
you
what you're
meet the
saying.
people that you make record deals with. You do meet them. I'm to meet with that.
Okay, but in the business here in Nashville, and I think Jack knows this, you know the people you work with. You know their track record. Do you have a track record? I'm not wasting Jack Gale's time.
I think you might be.
I'm discussing with you what our alternatives are. I'm not pushing the door closed. I'm just saying that there should be, I have never known a manager unless it be a major, we had axe signed on Sony. That was the first axe we had.
Jack has another investor.
I did not say that.
Jack Gale has another investor. Jack Gale said he had another investor that would come on in July. We're not wasting his time.
Oh, no.
No, Jack Gale said,
Oh, no, Jack,
we're not wasting anybody's time.
she's getting everything.
Yeah. I'm done. Thank you.
Okay, Nancy, let me ask. She talks a lot. I understand that, we understand that, and we appreciate that, but I'm asking you for your track record. How many people have you taken successfully?
With Jack.
Well, not even with Jack. How many people have you worked with? No, I came to Jack. I came to Jack and I went to, I actually pitched to Jack last. I sent Jack 2 songs, and I told Jack that he was my artist and that I'm looking for a deal. Jack came back with me and said, I have an investor that wants to come in July, and I have a lady that wants to come in right now. We can be in the studio in May. And that's the way it all happened. No, you asked me a lot of questions, and wasn't exactly tactful with those questions, and I'm just asking you because this is my act. I've got a management contract on him. I want his life secured. So you do have reasons to answer my questions as to what's your track record. How many people have you got to deal with? How many people have you successfully taken to the top? I mean, those are legitimate questions. Well, we've taken 3. Crow Entertainment has, not just me, Crow Entertainment. It probably is.
Not if I don't meet you and don't know you. I can't do that. I mean, I don't even know.
Garrett's
Yeah.
very apprehensive about this. He's talked to me all weekend about it, and I can't blame him. He doesn't know what people's motives are until they tell him what they are. He's been approached over and over again by different people in this industry for one reason or the other that wasn't
It had nothing to do
on
with
the
our
up and
talent.
up. Yeah, and he's come back to me and we've sat down and talked about it.
The nucleus of this whole thing is my songwriting and my singing and my talent, and none of that is being discussed. None of that, I don't feel that I can't even think about writing or singing. Well, it's just, this has nothing to do with the ultimate end result. I mean, it just sounds like it's a control thing, and it's not. It should be for the betterment of, you say you don't know me, no, but you heard me, you heard what I write, you heard how I sing, you see how I look. I don't know, I never met you. I have no idea you know, I haven't been in the room to see our inflections, how warm we warm up to each other, you know, just normal stuff. And in Nashville, Nashville is so full of scam artists. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. She needs to stay on. She needs to stay on as my manager, and that's a personal contract, and that's somebody that I know I'm comfortable with, and no other label, unless there was a major label, would make a manager step back. And I mean, we have a comfortable friendship relationship. I've known her, I know of her. Nashville knows about her, and nobody knows about this new person. And it's not. This isn't personal. This is business. I mean, I bet you're wonderful. I wish you could jump on an airplane right now. Yeah, well, no, you never said that you were a manager. You said that you liked my songs. Yeah, I was speaking.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
we're
we're
here.
here. To be my manager. No, to be my manager. No, investor, we'll take an investor
Oh, they do all the time
all the
here,
time.
Jack. They do
All
all
the
the time.
time.
I was
These
just,
investors are silent.
I was told by a label this morning that there would be in no way they would ask me to sit down.
Ever.
And Garrett was on the other phone because Sony did ask us to step down when we had an act on Sony, but we didn't do it, and we stayed on as management. Well, that might sound like that to you, but we were giving you the opportunity also to be at, because Nancy, I don't, people invest in people's careers all the time. They get their money back, but they don't come in as a manager. Well, ma'am, yes, I don't mean to be disrespectful. Don't mean to be disrespectful at all. But, I mean, I can say whatever, that's God's give me that right.
Our working relationship has brought us to you. And for me just to say, okay, Joe, you've done for me all I need from you. Have a good day and have a nice life. An investor and a manager are two different hats. If you look up a manager, a music manager, they're not the investor. If you look what the role of a manager, the first thing it says, the first thing that it says is a manager is not a banker. They are way two different roles. An investor is not a manager. Because she has a manager and she has. Jack, I really am very grateful that you liked my songs, and I will continue writing. Well, you say you got a guy coming on, but he would want to be my manager also, the guy in July. Does he have a track record here in Nashville? Does he have a track record of managing other acts? I don't audition. I auditioned before I came to Nashville. You're putting me down, and you're making me feel less than what I am. And I don't appreciate that, Jack. I don't appreciate